In this video, I'm going to explain to you how to handle a police officer's request to search your car. Believe it or not, you do not have to consent to an officer's request to search your car. I'm Andrew Williams, and I'm a board-certified criminal trial attorney. I have been representing people for over 25 years with everything from traffic ticket offenses to capital murder. In this video, I'm going to explain to you the 3 ways, and only 3 ways, an officer can legally search your car. Legally, there are only 3 ways a police officer can search your car. Number 1, he has a search warrant. Number 2, he has probable cause. And number 3, he has your consent to search the car. The first way an officer can search your car is if he has a search warrant, and that will never happen on a routine traffic stop. So you really don't have to worry about an officer having a search warrant for your vehicle when he pulls you over for speeding or running a stop sign. That will never happen. Now, the second way an officer could legally search your car is if he has probable cause. And that usually comes up in a situation where the officer stops you for speeding and he writes you a ticket and checks your insurance, and he comes to the car and says, "I smell the odor of marijuana." Because marijuana is still illegal in Texas and many other states, that gives him the right to search your car. In other words, that's the probable cause aspect of it. The smell of marijuana, that's illegal. He can then search your car. And the third way an officer can search your car is if you give him consent. And that usually goes kind of like this. You get pulled over for a minor traffic violation. The officer runs your license and writes you a ticket for speeding or failure to stop at the stop sign or whatever it might be. And he will then say, "You mind if I look around your car a little bit?" He won't say, "Can I search your car?" because that usually puts people on guard. He will, however, say, "You mind if I look around your car a little bit?" He's basically asking you, "Can I search your car?" Now, if you say yes, it's okay, you can look around a little bit, you have just given that officer permission to search your car. He can turn it inside out and upside down. That is permission to search. If, however, you say, "No, officer, I don't want you looking around my car," then he cannot legally look through your car or search it in any way, shape, or form. Now, once you have told the officer you don't want him to search the car, usually he'll come back and say, "Well, why not? You're trying to hide something?" And your response should be, "I don't want you to search my car," and nothing more. You don't have to give him an explanation. It's just the opposite. He's the one that requires an explanation. He's the one that needs a reason to search. You don't need a reason for your answer to tell him not to search. I hope that gives you kind of a general understanding of what the Fourth Amendment is and how it applies to you and your vehicle. Many people don't realize they have a right to say no to the officer. Sometimes it's the officer's badge and gun and his appearance of authority that you feel like you just kind of have to do whatever he says. And that's not true. You absolutely have a right to refuse to allow him to search your car. Now, that doesn't mean, you get in a wrestling match and prevent him from searching it, but you never want to give him consent. Now, if they have probable cause, he's not going to ask you. If he has a search warrant, he's not going to ask you to search. The only time that he's going to ask you to search is when he doesn't have a reason to search. Now, stick around for me next week, and I will give you a quick overview of what you need to do when you get a call in the middle of the night and your son, your daughter, your husband, your wife says, "Oh, I just got pulled over for driving while intoxicated and they're taking me to jail. Can you bond me out? Can you do whatever you can to get me out of jail?" And you're going to wonder what to do. Well, watch this next video and I will explain to you step by step what you need to do to get your loved one out of jail as quickly and efficiently and cheaply as possible. So join me on my next video and I'll give you some more good tips on how to handle stressful situations. We'll see you then.